Okay, so hey guys, another one today with the lights on the Freelander. So another set of these lovely LEDs from CarModShop. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be converting my HID spotlights over to these new LEDs. As they don't have the big fans on the back or anything else needed, they don't need drivers or anything else. My idea is we can remove the HIDs, remove the ballast from inside the spotlights, and effectively just wire them straight in. So hopefully this goes to plan. Let's have a look and let's get cracking. Okay, yeah, so these are the spotlights that we're going to be doing it on today. So these are the HIDs I got from KUDA. So yeah, still massively appreciate that from them. It just so happens I got these bulbs and I thought, well, we'll give it a go and see what happens. So the first one's going to be getting these apart, but we're going to take the power out first. So I haven't got any live feed going in. There's just 4 screws on the front here. I think the front plate's going to come off and we'll take it from there. Okay, so yeah, like I said, these 4 screws are just the first bits to do. So we're just going to start unscrewing those and we're going to take it from there. So that's that bit off. Okay, so we took those 4 screws out, they were in the 4 corners. Once you've done that, there's 4 more screws on the opposing sides, on the, just holding the glass in there. So we've got to be careful removing these so we don't drop this glass, because we don't want them to smash because it's not plastic. So let's get them out. Right, so that is that.
Oh, okay.
Now coming out. And this is what we're left with.
It's not a standard H.
Okay, so this is what you're left with inside. There's the wires going in. There's your ballast. So let's start taking things apart. This is what we had to remove. So this is obviously the old HID bulb and the old sort of starter and ballast. So they're all out now. So now we've basically got a hollow spotlight. So this is the old wiring that was coming in before, and effectively we're going to snip it off here. And then each of these, one of these wires will go into the back of each of the prongs on the new LEDs, and then that will just go straight back into the old housing here with the original clasp. So that's probably the neatest way we can think of doing it, because it keeps all the sort of snips in here and nothing sort of on the outside there for it. Ta-da! Okay, so what we've done is we've just sort of taken the ends off the wires there. We're going to put 2 spades on here, and that's going to go directly onto the back of the bulb, which is in there, which then goes back into the housing. So we're getting there. It's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be until we try and test it. So that's going to be the next step, see if it actually all works. But yeah, what we're going to do is once we've got those bits in, we're going to put the positive back into the battery for the spotlights, get them obviously on with the relay, and then we're going to turn them on, see if the LED works, see if the HID still works, do a quick comparison, and then take it from there. Okay, so that's the 1/4" spades on there. They're going to go into the spades on this, and then they're going to put this back on here and just test if the bulb works. That's the one. I appreciate obviously it's daytime, but if I bring the camera down, you should see they're both on. The LED is definitely a lot whiter, crystal clear than that HID. The HID still got that blue in it, even though we've had it warm up.
More like green than blue.
Yeah, it's more like green, isn't it? So yeah, a lot more light on that. So let's get the other one done and see what it's like. Right, so we are back out now to test the LEDs. I do apologise, I've got like a little light spot up in the corner of the camera. I've had to move the mount slightly and I cannot get it off the corner, which is really frustrating. But we're going to be testing those LED bulbs that I got from CarModShop in these spotlights now. So this is the dip beam and this is the full beam of those LEDs in the headlights. So I was pretty impressed by them anyway. But since installing the lights in the spotlights, well the bulbs and spotlights, I've also fit work lights. So I'm probably going to do a joint review of all of them together, and then in the future at some point a video will come out of me installing those work lights, and I'll just link you guys back to this video just so you can obviously refresh memories if need be. But yeah, this is full beam with those LEDs. Again, pretty impressive. In all fairness, it's probably a better review than the last one because it actually shows you it in pitch black. You know, you can see so much more. But if I go to turn the spotlights on now, immediately we're getting a lot more. So those work lights, what I'm finding is I position those to start at the point where the normal light cuts off on the sides. so they kind of take over the sides, and then my spotlights, I've moved them slightly up because they were aimed a little bit low last time, and I've moved them up a little bit so they're facing more forward. And you can tell immediately the extra light that I'm getting there. You can see it sort of in top of the trees, etc. as I'm going over that brow. So I'm checking the camera as I'm doing this. You know, the difference there is insane. You know, if I turn it back off again now, you immediately can tell the difference there comparing the two together. You know, even compared to that full beam. I mean, that's full beam, that's the spotlights. It's incredible how much difference it makes. You know, same bulb, just different lens is effectively what you're looking at there. And then obviously the LEDs on the sides, covering the sides of the track. I just thought I'd come and do this track because it's a nice easy one, and it's a good open track with a nice cover over the top of trees. So even if it was slightly bright outside still, it would still be covered, but you know, thankfully it's come out late enough now that it isn't. But yeah, just thought it would give you a nice good overall view of what these spotlights are like. So you know, I will turn them on and off a few difference. So I turn them off, that's my full beam, that's my dip beam, that's my spotlights. And if I turn full beam on, it kind of just fills in a little bit on the bottom there, and that's kind of what it really does now. So most often I just drive along like this, in fairness, because it doesn't make a huge amount of difference, even with those bulbs. So yeah, huge testament to those bulbs, that, you know, how sort of versatile they can be. You know, putting them into what was a HID spotlight, effectively, you know, cut out the innards, stick them in, 5-minute job, bit of soldering, and yeah, immediate benefits, exactly the same as those headlights. You know, again, that's without, that's with. And again, those side lights are, you know, fantastic. I've wanted work lights for a long time on this thing, and I am so happy with the results you get from them. You know, I don't know how much of that side angle you pick up from on the dash cam there, but it just illuminates just so much more of that track. You know, the field of view is just so much better than before. You know, it's amazing how I managed to do it like this, you know, or like this. You know, it's just going straight up to that. It's amazing. So, you know, hopefully you guys see the benefits as well and see it as worthwhile. Some of the benefits to you guys. That's why I do this. It's all a bit of fun. Like I say, I do apologise about that white spot on the camera. It is very annoying, so I do apologise. But I'm having to use the light from my phone. I should take my keys off there. I'm having to use the light from my phone to illuminate me so you can see me. And I'd usually use a separate one, but unfortunately it's a bit old and decrepit, and it's deciding not to work at the moment. So. overgrown. Let's have a look. Another use of those work lights, because they're illuminating sideways as I'm hitting these sharper corners. So I wanted to try this track because it does have a few of these sort of sharper corners. They're lighting up around the corner as I'm going around it, so I can sort of see a lot further ahead. Because if I'm coming up to this corner now with lights, I can't see anything off to the side. Turn them back on, I can see around the corner, and I know what anything's lying ahead. So I know if something's going down, you know, if a tree's down, or I know if it's going to be too overgrown. Little things like that make a big difference, because you know, you turn it off, yeah, your light in front's great, but I don't get much on the sides. Turn it back on, everything's illuminated again. And like I say, that's why I wanted to do this second part, because it's a bit overgrown. It did have a few sharper corners on it, and I wanted to see if it did work, and it does. Can't see anything around that corner. I'm getting loads of light in front, I can't see anything round. Now I've got full visibility, and then as I come around the corner, my spotlight's coming from the front. I am going to turn them off now, just because there are some houses here. I don't want to be waking them up, it is late, it would be rude. So there we go, that's those lanes done. Hope you found that useful. Like I say, I'll probably link the work lights video back to this one as well. Yeah, hopefully that gives you a good demo of the lights. You know, both the stick beam here, this full beam here, and the spotlights as well. But I don't want to turn them on, like I said, because I'm in the residential bit now. So yeah, hopefully you found that useful, guys, and I'll see you again soon.